Hello everyone. I welcome you all to this training program on the PMP exam preparation. The training is designed based on the authorized project management professional exam prep developed by the Project Management Institute. The PMP is the world's leading project management certification. This course can be a significant part of your preparation for the PMP certification exam. In this course, you will apply the generally recognized practices of project management acknowledged by the Project Management Institute to successfully manage projects. Project managers who have proven skills and experience can find exciting, high visibility opportunities in a wide range of fields. This course is specifically designed to provide you with a proven practical body of project management knowledge and skills that you need to demonstrate project management mastery on the job. Also, the skills and knowledge you gain in this course will help you to avoid making costly mistakes and increase your competitive edge in the PMP exam. Project Management Professional is the most important industry recognized certification for project managers. Globally recognized and demanded, the PMP demonstrates that those with the designation have the experience, education, and competency to lead and direct projects. This can be achieved by having the required project management experience and passing an exam, and then maintain by obtaining the required professional development units or PDUs. This is similar to the Certified Public Accountant or the CPA exam and the professional development requirements thereof. The PMP exam has evolved to meet today's demand of the profession, organizations, and of you. It focuses on 3 domains. You need to gain a competitive edge and prove you work smarter. The people domain emphasizes on the soft skills you need to effectively lead a project team in today's changing environment. The process reinforces the technical aspects of successfully managing projects. And the business environment highlights the connection between projects and the organizational strategy. The current exam format comprises of 180 questions. Earlier this was 200. You will get 230 minutes to complete the exam. Questions will be a combination of multiple choice, multiple responses, matching, hotspot, and limited fill in the blank. The exam is based on the PMP Certification Exam Content Outline, also called ECO. The PMP Examination Content Outline, ECO, documents the domains, tasks, and enablers that are addresses on the PMP certification exam, as well as the percentages of questions allocated to each of the exam domains. There will be 42% questions on the people domain, 50% questions on the process domain, and 8% questions on the business environment domain in the exam. Different tasks are assigned under each domain, and the tasks are associated with different enablers. Domains are defined as the high-level knowledge areas that are essential to the practice of project management. Tasks are the underlying responsibilities of the project management within each domain area. Enablers are illustrative examples of the work associated with the task. Enablers are not meant to be an exhaustive list but cater to a few examples to help demonstrate what the task encompasses. In the example, manage conflict is a task under the people domain. There are 3 examples of work associated in the task. Interpret the source and stage of the conflict, analyze the context for the conflict, and evaluate or recommend or reconcile the appropriate conflict resolution solution. To assist you in your preparation for the exam, each lesson topic starts with a list of ECO enablers covered in that topic. Deliverables and tools that are relevant to particular task and enablers have also been identified by the PMI and listed for your reference. In this course, you will build and manage a team to plan, execute, and complete a project that is aligned to the business environment. The key areas which will be covered are the high performance team, plan and manage the project, execute and assess the project work, keep the team on track, and keep the business environment in mind. The success of your project depends on the people involved. The project team members are vital to doing the work of the project efficiently and effectively. The stakeholders connected to the project have the ability to help or hinder a project's success and therefore need to be kept engaged along the way. A key role of a project manager is the assembling and managing of the project team and any additional stakeholders. High performance teams have a shared understanding of and the commitments to the project and possess the appropriate training that empowers them to do the work. In this lesson, you will create a high-performing project team. This lesson addresses tasks from the people domain of the PMP exam content outline or ECO. There are 7 topics under this module. Topic A is to build a team. Topic B, define team ground rules. Topic C, negotiate project agreements. Topic D, empower team members and stakeholders. Topic E, train team members and stakeholders. Topic F, engage and support virtual teams. And topic G, build shared understanding about a project. Successful projects require teams to build the required business solution. In this topic, you will explore the processes and practices required to build effective teams. This topic addresses the following enablers from the ECO: support diversity and inclusion, appraise team's skills, determine team member requirements, continuously assess and refresh the team skills, maintain team knowledge and transfer, and discuss responsibilities within teams. A project team is a set of individuals who support the project manager in performing the work of the project to achieve its objectives. The roles of the people on the project team can include project management staff that performs activities such as budgeting, scheduling, reporting and control, risk management, and project communications. This role may be supported by a project management office. Project staff that perform the work to create the project deliverables like key experts and consultants. Supporting experts who perform work to develop the project management plan. These roles can include legal, logistics, engineering, testing, and so on. User or customer representatives who will provide requirements and accept the project deliverables. Sellers that are external companies who are issued a contract to provide a product or service needed by the project, like furniture provider company. Then business partners that are external companies that provide specialized support through a partnership. Business partner members that support the business partnership. The members of the project team are also part of the stakeholder group. However, not all stakeholders are part of the project team. Generally, the project team is internal to the organization and actively participate in doing the project work. The stakeholder group is the largest group of people and organizations that can influence or is affected by the outcome of a project. For example, fans of a local sports team are stakeholders in the project to build a new sporting arena, but they are not part of the project team. As a critical part of project resource management, you need to be able to do the following: estimate, acquire, and manage teams of people. Estimate the other resources those team members will need to carry out the work. Obtain the people. Develop the team, improve their competencies, facilitate interactions, and create an effective teaming environment. Track team performance. Create and execute improvements based on feedback. Resolve issues and manage team personnel changes. Project team composition can vary based on organizational culture, location, and scope. Composition refers to the team's makeup and how the team members are brought together or combined on the team. For example, there can be a dedicated team in which most of the project team members are assigned to work on the project full time, or there can be a part-time team members who work on the project in addition to their regular work. Often, organizations have a mix of these two formats. The project team generally comprises the project manager, project management team, and other individual team members. The individual team members perform project work and might not be involved in the management side of the project. The project team consists of people from different groups who possess knowledge on specific subjects or have the unique skill sets to carry out the project work. In order for the team to meet its objectives, it will need enough of the relevant skill sets to perform the work and produce the desired results. In most cases, it is preferable to avoid single points of failure where only one resource has a needed skill to perform a particular type of work. One trend is to make use of what are being called generalizing specialists, who have a core competency but have general skills in other areas that can be leveraged as needed by the team to support its objectives. In addition to the team members themselves, you will need to identify the other physical supports that the team members will require to be able to perform. For example, equipment, access rights, etc. The planned resource management process encompasses both planning for the team members and for the physical resources those team members will require to perform. Stakeholders for a project, as the name implies, have a stake in the project and its deliverables. The project manager needs to be able to identify the stakeholders, plan stakeholder engagement, manage the stakeholders, and monitor the stakeholder engagement. A stakeholder is an individual, group, or organization that may be affected by, or perceive itself to be affected by a decision, activity, or outcome of a project, program, or a portfolio. Stakeholders may or may not be actively involved in project work and could affect or be affected by a decision, an activity, or an outcome of the project. Stakeholders take on a variety of roles and responsibilities on a project and can include members of the project team, customers, end users, and many other individuals and groups of people. Managing stakeholders' influence and engagement throughout the project will have a large impact on a project's outcome and success. Stakeholders may have competing interests, needs, priorities, and opinions. They may have conflicting visions for the project's outcomes, so managing them carefully is an important part of the project manager's role. Project managers must identify the internal and external stakeholders of a project as early as possible, learn what their needs are, and secure their participation in defining the project's parameters and success criteria. Although it may be difficult to negotiate a consensus early in the project, it is far less painful and costly than getting to the end of the project only to learn that someone's needs were not met or were misunderstood. There are a variety of interpersonal skills that each member of the project team will need to establish and maintain relationships with other people. Although all of the skills are relevant to you and your project team, some of the skills will be more germane at particular times of the project. Regardless of when you use these skills, it is important for you to understand how they can be used. We will now discuss about the skills which will be helpful for you to build the project team. Conflict management. Conflict management involves intervening before a negative result from a conflict can occur. Successfully managing conflicts throughout a project's life cycle can be challenging. As a project manager, you will be the point person for any conflict that arises. You will determine how it will be handled. The goal is to try to increase any positive outcomes of a conflict so it can be viewed as a learning experience. Cultural awareness. Understanding and being aware of the different cultural viewpoints and beliefs of the individuals on your project team can help reduce miscommunication and misunderstandings. Decision making. Decision making can be a very important skill to use when working with others to come up with a result. In the business world, decisions are usually produced by a group of individuals. Demonstrating that you have the ability to make decisions will show that you can be a strong advocate in any decision-making process, meeting, or group. Decision-making can be broken up into a series of phases, which includes defining the problem, generating potential solutions, planning for solution actions, putting ideas into action, planning for solution evaluations, evaluating the outcomes and processes. Facilitation. Facilitation techniques are skills used to lead or guide an assembled group towards a successful conclusion, such as decision making or finding a solution. Leadership. It is the ability to step up and guide others to achieve results. Leadership abilities are gained through experience, building relationships, and taking on initiatives. Meeting management. The ability to conduct productive meetings efficiently and effectively will be useful when gathering the information necessary for developing the project charter. Negotiation. Negotiation is an approach used by more than one individual to come up to an agreement or resolution. Being able to successfully negotiate will have a huge impact on how you resolve issues and conflicts that arise during the course of a project. Networking. Networking is the interaction between people to expand their knowledge about business topics. It can take place in an organization, industry, or professional environment. Observation or conversation. Now, this is a technique that involves watching individuals as they perform in their daily task in an effort to obtain first-hand information of a situation or how the progress is going. Servant leadership. Servant leadership is a type of leadership used in agile and other type of projects which encourages the self-definition, self-discovery and self-awareness of team members by listening, coaching and providing an environment which allows them to grow. Servant leaders facilitate the team's work, remove any work barriers, educate stakeholders on the processes being followed, and celebrate the team's accomplishments. Next we have is team building. Building a strong team can be challenging, but through continuous support and working collaboratively, you can enable a team to work together to solve problems, diffuse interpersonal issues, share information, and tackle project objectives in a unified force. The team's mentality is extremely effective and can be a powerful tool in achieving project objectives. The RACI chart is a common type of responsibility assignment matrix that uses responsible, accountable, consult, and inform statuses to define the involvement of stakeholders in project activities. RACI stands for Responsible, Accountable, Consulted, and Informed. The RACI matrix helps identify who is responsible for making decisions and how the people responsible are supported. The RACI is generally used to provide clarity on the roles and responsibilities assigned to each project team member. The RACI chart is also called a RASI chart, where S stands for support. Project managers are often asked to work on projects with a global scope or at least a broadly diverse project team with members from different cultural backgrounds, industry experiences, or who even speak in different languages. The project team may adopt a project team language that is different from their native language. The project manager should seek to create an environment that takes advantage of this diversity and builds a team climate of mutual trust. Trust development objectives might include improving team knowledge and skills to reduce cost and time and improve quality, improving trust to raise team morale, reduce conflict and improve teamwork, creating a collaborative culture to improve individual and team performance and facilitate cross-training and mentoring, empowering the team to participate in decision making and own the solutions they create. Part of your project team's resource management plan will include a resource schedule. The resource management plan is a component of the project management plan that describes how project resources are acquired, allocated, monitored, and controlled. The resource management plan might encompass the following: identification of resources, acquisition of resources, roles and responsibilities, project organization chart which defines the project team members and their reporting relationships, team resource management which provides guidance on the life cycle of the team resources, how they are defined, staffed, managed, and eventually released, training strategies and requirements, team development methods to be used, resource controls for the management of physical resources to support the team. Recognition plan means how team members are rewarded and recognized. In the PM Box 6th edition, resource management was revised to include both types of resources, physical and team. As the project manager and team estimate activity resources, they will produce a resource calendar that identifies the following: working days, shifts, hours, weekends, and holidays. Physical resource availability. when and for how long resources will be available during the project, attributes such as skills, experience levels, and geographies. Many project teams are now virtual teams with multiple members that are not co-located. Virtual teams are defined as a group of people with a shared goal who fulfill their roles with little or no time spent meeting face to face. This creates opportunities for finding team members with greater skills at lower cost and allows a project to forego relocation expenses. Virtualization does create challenges for managing communications and enabling effective team performance. Virtual teams can leverage technology solutions to facilitate face-to-face communications, store and share files, create threaded discussions and wikis, and manage the team's calendar. Agile tools allow for the publishing and sharing of team task boards, burn-down charts, and other information radiators to improve visibility and promote collaboration. Information radiator is the generic term for visual displays that are placed in a highly visible location so everyone can quickly see the latest information. Often, members of a virtual team are distributed across multiple locations. Some virtual teams have occasional physical meetings, while others may never meet face to face. Virtual team building is more difficult for a number of reasons. Bonding and team identity can be hard to create when team members are geographically dispersed, because finding ways to provide a sense of team spirit and cooperation may be difficult. Communication and information sharing needs to rely on various forms of technology because teams cannot meet face to face. However, managing electronic collaboration so that everyone on the team can reliably transmit and access information from one another can be challenging. Because roles, reporting, and performance can be harder to track on a dispersed team, individual contributions may be overlooked. Defining the responsibilities within the project team depends on a number of factors. Some teams explicitly define and delegate individual and team responsibilities, where others may self-organize and the members of the team determine who will perform which work. Identifying a suitable resource to perform a responsibility might be based on the following. Experience. Does the team member have the relevant experience to carry out the activity? Knowledge. Does the team member have relevant information about the customer need, prior implementations, and the nuance of this project? Skills. Does the team member have relevant skills? Attitude. Does the team member have the ability to collaborate with other team members? International factors. Consider team member location, time zone, and communication needs. During a new team formation, you should have a discussion with the team about the project's goals and objectives, the responsibilities of the project team, and the expected alignment of the responsibilities against team roles and skills. In a more agile approach, the teams will self-organize by assessing the work requirements and deciding how and who will perform the work to meet the team's objectives. More traditional approaches may involve assignments of work activities to specific team members as part of an overall work breakdown structure. Open communications and effective collaboration are critical regardless of the specific project management method chosen. When a project first commences, the project manager must have a certain level of awareness of the knowledge, skills, attributes, and experience needed by the project team to carry out the work and produce the project's deliverables. As the project progresses, The project team and the project manager should gain a better understanding of the customer needs and team capabilities to identify gaps in the team's skill set. The project manager needs to coordinate frequent checks for these gaps and identify appropriate mechanisms to close those gaps. These may include the identification of new resources needed, training requirements to enable the team to develop the missing skill sets, identification of knowledge gaps that require additional engagement with the customer to assess needs, and modify plans and deliverables as needed. The major project challenge is managing knowledge sharing among team members, especially on virtual teams. A core objective is to facilitate collaboration and promote visibility among the team. As part of developing a team charter, the team should determine methods for facilitating knowledge sharing, including frequency of updates, version control, and supporting tools, and the team's agreed approach to their utilization. Agile practices refer to these as information radiators, with the goal being to create more seamless visibility into the project status across the stakeholder community.